Hello, are you ready to hear exciting results from the first doTERRA MetaPWR Assist clinical trial?
I am.
Before we jump in, Alex, will you share some information on what the ingredients in this product do?
Sure. Let's start with mulberry. It's the most prominent ingredient in MetaPWR Assist, and one of the most important because it helps all carbohydrates, fast and slow, act like slow carbohydrates. Now, what I mean by that is that while all carbohydrates are made up of sugar chains, some are metabolized differently than others. Simple carbohydrates are processed right away, spiking your blood sugar. Ultra-processed foods, desserts, etc., are generally full of these simple carbs. Of course, we all know that complex carbohydrates are better for us than simple carbohydrates. Complex carbohydrates are aptly named as their sugar chains are longer and more complicated to digest, making them slower and less likely to spike your blood glucose. Some examples of complex carbohydrates include whole grains, vegetables, and fruit. These foods are full of fiber and essential nutrients, adding another layer of why they're so much better for your body than junk food, which usually isn't very nutrient rich. Now, back to MetaPWR Assist. When you take MetaPWR Assist with a meal, the mulberry ingredient you heard mentioned in the overview helps your body to slow the digestion of the carbohydrates you just ate. Now, of course, MetaPWR Assist is supposed to be paired with a healthy, balanced diet. We want you to eat nutrient-rich, fiber-filled complex carbohydrates. MetaPWR Assist gives your body a little extra help keeping those blood glucose levels steady. The amino sugars of the mulberry leaves interact with the digestive enzymes that metabolize carbohydrates, slowing their digestion so the glucose doesn't hit your bloodstream as quickly.
Some of you may wonder about the connection between blood sugar spikes, aging, and health span. It's been said that every time your blood sugar spikes, you age. I love the metaphor of thinking of our bodies like a car. If you're putting your foot on the floor, on the accelerator, and then slamming on your brakes, it's going to wear down your car. It isn't good for your brakes, for your tires, for your seatbelt, any of it. Spikes and crashes in your blood sugar are hard on your body and contribute to poor functioning of your cells. The more we can normalize our blood glucose and insulin curves, the better. And of course, this helps enormously with energy levels too.
Well, let's dive into the clinical trial, shall we?
Let's do it.
We did a double-blind, placebo-controlled trial that was 2 weeks long. It included 15 participants with a standardized meal at breakfast and continuous glucose monitoring throughout the day. And we should also mention that we did this with non-diabetic population, which means that none of the participants had diabetes.
Yes, we had a standardized breakfast meal, which means everyone ate the same thing first thing in the morning. For the first week of the trial, they were on placebo, and the second week of the trial, they were using real MetaPWR Assist. They had continuous glucose monitoring, where we could measure their blood glucose levels every 15 minutes, all through the day and night, giving us fantastic data. We could super easily track what happened every 15 minutes after eating, 30 minutes after eating, 2 hours after eating, and so on. Instead of snapshots like you get with traditional fingerstick glucose monitoring, it's like you're watching a movie because the continuous glucose monitoring is giving us so much information. There are also healthy ranges that you're supposed to wake up in as well. We were watching all of this. Now, let's look at a snapshot from this study. On the screen, you'll see these curves, which are basically a visual representation of a day in the life of one of our participants' blood glucose levels. You can see the first Saturday of the trial, when they were still using the placebo, the curve led to a number of 102. That's their average continuous blood glucose measurement. But then the next Saturday, which is when they were now using the real MetaPWR Assist and not the placebo, the average number was 89. So there was a 13% drop just in that week. You can also see how the peaks and valleys are smoother and gentler, which is exactly what we want to achieve with this product.
So what you're seeing here is that we achieved statistical significance.
Yes, we didn't expect to achieve statistical significance, to be honest, because this first pilot study was such a small number of people. But it did, which is exciting. It just shows how powerful this product is. And we are thrilled to break down more of the research as it comes in.
This is a very exciting product. It has the potential really to be life-changing for so many.
We can't wait to discover and share more about the power and future of MetaPWR Assist.